Kicking off Marvel Month is the movie Hulk. No, not that Hulk. We'll get to that one later. I'm talking about the 2003 Hulk, directed by Ang Lee. You remember this movie, right? No? Well, yeah, that's how a lot of people feel about this movie. It was pretty forgettable. Everyone's problem with this movie was that it was boring and that the Hulk didn't smash that much. And it was just overall really, really forgettable. And I remember as a kid, I really wanted to see this movie. I saw the commercials and I thought, oh man, this movie looks so awesome. And I begged my dad to buy the DVD. And I remember sitting down for the first time watching it and getting very bored myself. And I eventually walked out, just went to bed. And I never did see the full movie. And then, as I decided that I was going to do this Marvel month, I decided I should look back at that movie. It would be the perfect opportunity. So I finally went back and watched it because I wanted to know if it was really as bad as everyone thought it was. And truth be told, it's got good things about it. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Okay, let's just look at the story. So we got Bruce Banner, a scientist who becomes involved in an accident involving gamma radiation, and it doesn't kill him because as a child he was experimented on because his father also was involved with gamma radiation things. I don't know, the movie doesn't really specify it, clearly, but whatever his father had in him, it was passed down to him, which allowed him to survive this gamma radiation surge. And he discovers that whenever he becomes angry, he becomes the Hulk, a big green monster who rampages with no remorse and has no control. And now that the government knows who he is, General Thunderbolt Ross is on a mission to stop him, while Betty Ross is trying to calm him, and Bruce is trying to figure out who he really is, as well as his father coming back, who he has not seen in several years. Well, not just several, decades. So, exactly what did this movie do right? In my opinion, the characters were done right. I thought all of the characters were fleshed out and they all had good motivations. I thought Bruce Banner was a deeply complex character, as well as Betty Ross. Thunderbolt Ross was a good antagonist, and I kind of felt, his reasoning behind going after the Hulk. I felt that Bruce's father, David, was also a really good character. And he had a lot of fleshed out personalities. The acting was all good across the board. Eric Bana, Jennifer Connelly, Sam Elliott, they all did great in this movie. The acting in this movie is really good. Also, the special effects I also kind of like. Everyone said that the special effects didn't hold up even for 2003, but I still think they're pretty damn impressive. Yeah, sometimes the Hulk does look a little fake and looks more like Shrek, but overall, I think the special effects are still really decent and more decent than some other Marvel movies, which I'll get to later. So, what's wrong with this movie? Well, while it tries to tackle the emotional side of the characters, which I think it does well, it comes off as kind of boring, and I'm pretty sure that was what put off a lot of audience members. This is not your typical superhero movie. The Hulk doesn't smash that much. The Hulk doesn't even appear in full form until about 43 minutes into the movie. And this is really a deeply psychological movie. And I know that Hollywood and audience members don't like this because movies like The Dark Knight, and especially The Dark Knight, have proven that audiences do like more mature superhero movies. So my theory as to why Hulk didn't do well when it first came out was because people weren't just ready for this type of superhero movie, and it was just ahead of its time. So yeah, the characterization is good, but since the movie focuses more on that more than action elements, it comes off as kind of boring, and I do see the problems with it, and I honestly can't say that it's as good as something like The Dark Knight. Although, it still isn't something that should be totally trashed, because it's not a terrible movie at all. I just think that, once again, it was ahead of its time. So I think if you do rewatch the movie and appreciate what it was trying to do, I think you'll like it even more. So I'd actually kind of say go see it, give it another chance, and if you still don't like it, well, maybe you can appreciate what it was trying to do more than what it actually was. Kind of like for me. In the end, I guess I can say that while it's not a perfect movie, not even really that good a superhero movie, it's still far from bad, because it does tackle really serious issues, and I really did like that about the movie. So give it a watch and draw your own conclusions. Take care, everyone.